Hello, and thank you so very much for joining me tonight. I go by Luna Nate, and tonight what I'm creating for you, for the collective, is something I feel inspired. Now, of course, you can use this as simply a relaxing video with some potential ASMR triggers, but I'm an energy worker, esoteric healing arts teacher, practitioner, and I make these videos because I want to create these by proxy sessions to support the collective, of course. So I want to say very much a thank you to everyone who's supported this channel, whether you're just watching it, liking, commenting. That stuff's super helpful, so thank you. But also, I must specifically shout out and thank those of you in the Patreon community, those of you who I've been blessed to connect with through Reiki teaching or working together in some way. Thank you so much, especially in such trying times. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support and also the connection that we share, so thank you. But what I'm creating in a theme today, I was inspired because there's so much negative, and what I mean by that is like lower vibrational energy in the collective. There's a lot of lower vibrational stuff going on. There's a ton of really awesome stuff going on, as always, but I want to preface this as well by saying I am not here to impose fear. I don't want to talk about subjects that get into people's head in a creepy way, but I do want to empower you through these kind of conversations. I want you to find it empowering. I want to support you, and there's sometimes difficult conversations to have, so please keep that in mind. None of this should make you feel in jeopardy. None of this should make you feel like imposed upon in some way. This is just a conversation and what I'm inspired to create for everyone, right? But when we deal with lower vibrations, lower frequencies, and of course it's all a spectrum, there's not exactly any positive or negative, but there is positive and negative in relation to where we are or where we want to be. It's all a spectrum, but we have these, things that we want to embody or manifest or participate in, and we're working on ourselves. We can reflect on how we were maybe 5-10 years ago and see all of our growth. So when I say higher and lower, I more mean, is it supportive of the direction that we as individuals and as a collective wish to go in, or is it one that brings us backward or out of alignment and off of that path? All right, I hope that makes sense. So if I say negative, I don't mean just negatively charged. I mean a lower vibration through this conversation. I'm just doing my best to use the best words that I can here. But when we're dealing with these low vibrations, these fears, this anger, this separation, if that surely exists. There's a lot of coming together right now. There's a lot of unification and support. But because there's fear and there's financial stress and there's this potential energy of like desperate times or what is going on, there are energies out there. We could call them astral forms, And when I say astral, I mean the lowest level of the astral. The lowest level of the astral is still attached to the earth plane. They are thought forms or intentions or these kind of fragments of persona, we could say, facets that have split from someone's ascended soul and kind of lingered in the astral area. We can call this as well like a energetic kind of parasite, and again, I really don't want to disempower anyone at all or make anyone feel spooked, but these things are attracted to fear, are attracted to discord, are attracted to rage, are attracted to the negative, quote unquote negative, and energies, right? Like they congregate near them. They are attracted that way. I had a experience last year where I had this like kind of parasitic energy form attached to me when I experienced this like strong amount of anger, and it kind of got in, and it took a long time to get out. And I watch my shit, like I watch my energy and stuff. So what we're going to be doing today is clearing our own energy, calming, centering ourselves, creating an anchor so that we can get back to this comfortable place, this aligned place, remove ourselves from the chaos in a sense, not to bypass, but just to gain perspective so that when we go back in, we can come more calm, collected, and clear in order to make the best decisions and navigate all of these choppy waters, this like major boat rocking situation we've got going on, through a very, I don't want to say stillness, but through just a type of lens that is clear and aware and not imposed on or attached, have attachments that are imposing. Right? Hope that makes sense. So let's start with our candle. We're not just going to be clearing this energy for each of us, but also the collective energy, and command out these more parasitic energies. I should say too that not all attachments to this realm are necessarily negative or, negative. But the ones that we're working with today are. Those are what we're intending to clear. Alright, so we have our lighter today, our sacred lighter from Sacred Target probably, or somewhere. Sacred gas station. We're gonna light our candle. Alright, so just have a look at this flame. On behalf of my and your and everyone else's highest and greatest good and perfect comfort and alignment, it is our intention today to cleanse, transmute, release any imposing energy, any parasitic kind of attraction which we may have, I don't say invited, certainly not, but may have kind of been drawn to some feelings that we may have been experiencing. And if you haven't been experiencing fear, wonderful, good for you. But we can still use this intention to clear those parasitic, lost thought forms and energies, to sweep them from this plane, to guide them back, to tell them they don't need to be here, they have better things to do, they should be working in a different way, and kind of usher them out. Alright, and if you have any specific intention you'd like to set, please just have a look at this flame and set your intention. If you have a specific energy you want to release or clear or cut or remove from any attachment to you, please set that. If you simply want to come into alignment, to become more empowered in your own energy field, we'll be working with that as well. Okay. Alright, I'm just going to set that down here for a sec. These are just some little quartz pieces, little chips. I'm sure I have many little vessels I could put this in that would look better, but I like the plastic bag sound. This looks like drugs, but you can see chips, quartz, crystal. Just gonna take some. And this is clear quartz, so we want to set it with an intention to serve as guidance, to release and clear these kind of, bad energies, these lower vibrational energies that are kind of chaotic, bouncing one on another, bouncing between people, riding the media wave, bouncing around, and just like stirring things up in different ways that aren't helpful, aren't supportive. We want to clear this from ourselves. We want to support clearing this from the collective in general, a sweep to support us all. Alright, and we're going to just put this into our candle. There we go. I'm also going to use this Kaifi. Oh gosh, I'll let you pronounce it yourself. From Baba's Enchanted Perfumery. Can you see the word? I am the worst with pronunciation and I apologize. I just want to put this in for a little extra boost. Right. We're going to start with the Atmosphere Resist Mist from Angela Mary Magic. This is great for clearing the aura. So we're going to start behind you first, because this is typically where these kind of energies go to most of the time. So I'll spray my back too. Spray my hands as you witnessed. We're going to begin by combing and channeling while combing through your energetic field with the intention to release these, like, any that are there. Sometimes they almost look like millipedes or centipedes or something. Not to give you anything really gross, that's super gross, but energetically, right? So kind of like, it's just natural that things are drawn to certain areas the way, yeast is attracted to sugar and carbs, or grows in that environment more, or how mushrooms grow in moist, darker spaces. Life finds a way. Okay, and just set an intention for yourself now to activate within you your inner divine light, your inner divine truth of self, of sovereignty, and shine this out from within you like it's beaming out your eyes, out your pores, out your body, into your aura, and just igniting you. And it kind of pushes any of that energy that was within more external. And we'll focus on sweeping while you do that. Behind you, and I'm using my hands now because I want to be very open to sensing if anything specific comes up. Feeling a little bit kind of behind the ear, right side of the jaw, ear area. Which can be tension, which can be kind of chewing on a word, on a phrase. It's kind of stuck. And you just need to get it out. So if this resonates for any of you, I'd say journaling. Right? Start writing it out. Just going down the back, down the spine, down past the hips, back of the legs, back of the knee, back of the calf, all the way to the floor. And over the head. Around the back of the head, down the neck, down the shoulders, directing it into the spine, and down, down, down to the base of your spine, down your legs, past your knees, calves, ankles, and out. I have these little wands. To bring in, to set at your feet. I have this lepidolite wand, which releases anxiety, because even talking about this stuff can be anxious. Like, what do you mean there are energies? Like, I don't want to do that to someone. So we have lepidolite. Soft, releases anxiety, just kind of puts us into a more gentle feeling state, or feeling like the environment is a little more gentle for us to process, while still, of course, empowering us. So I want to put this feeling, I guess, towards the left side, so the left foot. And here is an indigo gabbro. A little more stormy, a little more like lightning coming down. cutting through, clearing that static. That's the word I was looking for before. It's like this staticky kind of presence that's like looking for fear or anger or rage, and all of them are kind of looking for something different, you know. There are these lower energies that are addicted to gambling or addiction or any kind of addiction, you know. They're addicted to, they're attracted to the drama, you know, the drama of human stuff, human experience, the earth realm. Like I said, these are not always whole things, so they're not really like of sound mind, like I'm going to go and attack. It just kind of mindlessly moves to it, kind of like a moth. No offense, moths. It's instinctual, it's frequency. It's matching a frequency, it's attracting, you know? And certainly removing fear, anxiety, and addictions, and all this in our lives helps. And we'll work towards that. But we can also clear those energies too, to release some of it in general. Alright, this one by your right. Little hummingbird rattle I thought was perfect. I'm thinking of like how fast their wings move. So I'm gonna go behind you and clear over your head and down around your head, your neck, and down the back of your body, because I really want to address this area specifically, because this just seems to, it just attracts more from these spaces. So we're going over the head, maybe in front by the crown. And then over the top of the head. This feels like an important space. I just really want to focus here for a little while. Going around. Calling in that hummingbird energy to move quickly, deliberately, and clear and cut any of these energies from us that maybe kind of worked into our field a little. To release, release, release. Cast it out, cast it out, cast it out. Just working down the body, all the way to the floor. Right. Focus on the eyes. Jaw, down like through. feeling this like in the solar plexus area. Just want to focus there. Maybe you could picture a little hummingbird in your upper abdomen, flapping its wings and clearing out any lower vibrational attachments here. When our reality changes, right? Like, we change. We are reflections, no? So that can be quite freaky. Okay, so next I have this clear quartz. It's a polished piece. It's always tricky to get something that's clear into focus. It's just a little kind of generator or tower shape point. And we're going to use this inside, focused more deeply, we could say, in our center core. Alright. So we just want to connect. Focus on channeling energy through you. Focus on flow. This isn't about holding on to anything. This is about letting things move through you, letting energy move through you, releasing and calling in that freshness, we could say. So channeling through deeply into this core, almost like we're laying down these ribbons or rays of light into this center channel within your being. We're going to focus on all the colors, so we can call them in if you like. We'll call in red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Let's call in black and white. And let's call in the colors that are, through our human perspective, unperceivable. The spectrum we are aware of and beyond, aligning and attuning. Use this spirit water. like a sponge. Like you're breathing in this aromatherapy, this fresh, distilled energy. Right. I'm not picking up anything specific. Maybe a little now in the digestive system. Seeing images of the small intestines. So I'm just going to hold my hands here, channel. If any of you are processing anything or releasing, you may find yourself needing to process it, in a very human way, which involves the intestines, I'm sure, at some point. Called to suggest some of you really watch what you're eating, or it's not that easy right now, is it? But make sure that there is some type of quality to what you're eating. Not that everything has to be perfect, but these energies kind of can become even more stuck when the gut is slow, or when the digestion is not there, or when there's leaky gut going on. And if you don't know what leaky gut is, and I don't even know if it happens in the small intestines, this is just like what I'm called to share, but it is when essentially, as the body is retrieving nutrients from the food that we eat, the kind of openings that happen, that forgive me, I don't know the correct terms, but where they're pulling in like the nutrients, let's say calcium from something you've ingested, or it's looking for calcium, it also pulls in the toxic or the fake or the chemicals that we're probably ingesting as well, like dyes or preservatives, things like that. And sometimes leaky gut can even mean that this opening that happens, that's pulling in the nutrients, can kind of like stay open, so those chemicals are coming in and out, and getting in our bloodstream and stuff. So some of you might actually require some kind of physical detox, and please, check with your doctor and check in with yourself, all of that. Don't listen to some advice from some bozo like me on YouTube. But if it resonates, maybe your own research into this might be good. Okay. Feels like it's moving now. Okay. So now together, do I want another stone? No, I know what I want. Alright, so I've got some smoke. Looks beautiful. I want to invoke our will, our word. Nothing can come to you unless you invite it. But unless you're the type who's deliberately setting intentions all the time, things don't read your words then. The universe reads your actions or your reactions. So if we're very fearful or very angry, just as super basic examples, that's our invitation. So yes, you can be fearful or angry or whatever, but declare, this is a feeling, this is me validating, don't come for me, I choose not to attract more of this, and just, empower yourself. So tune into that now. Reject. If there's anything that we have missed, if there's anything left, let it be carried away. Reject. I reject all that does not serve me. I reject any imposing energy or attachment which was drawn to me through my experiences, no judgment, of low vibrational feelings or fears or discord, and I reject them. They are not invited. I reject. By the power of my will, my authority, my sovereignty, I reject. I release. I cast out. So cast it out, cast it out, cast it out. And now that we are so clear, let's think about the earth. Let's just picture the earth realm like a sphere, like a bubble, like a ball, like a planet. And let's see this beam. You allow your mind to do whatever it does. But if you want to follow mine, go ahead too, whatever feels right. But let's visualize this, your will, right now, what you've rejected, what you have cast out, that you hold your own field, you're your own bouncer, all of that, right? And picture that like a laser, going down your whole body, burning up, releasing anything that was there, okay? Now let's go back to that sphere, to that bubble, to that orb, that planet, the earth realm. And just like that, starting, let's say, at the North Pole, to keep it simple, we'll visualize and connect with this laser of will, this sweeping laser that covers the planet and releases, clears these static energy. We can picture it like a lightning storm covering the planet, and we're seeing these explosions of light popping all over the place, cutting through, releasing, 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 clearing, 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 transmuting, 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 until the last flashes of light begin to taper off, the clouds clear, and we are able to see this pristine version in our minds of this realm, free of this chaos, free of these attachments, free of these unguided, lower vibrational attached entities. Clear, clear, clear. Guide them away. Alright? You might want to hold that image of that pristine kind of sphere or orb in your mind. Maybe you want to reach out, blow a kiss, whatever feels good to you. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little session today. Thank you for participating if you chose to. Thank you again, patrons, those of you I'm blessed to work with, you just watching this video, the thumbs ups, like all of this stuff helps. When you share the videos, they help. That's it, you know? I send you so much love and gratitude for allowing me to share a little piece of your path today. From the very bottom of my heart, I bow to the divine within you, within me, to this magic that we share. Alright? Namaste.